I'm going to show this movie on setting up my terrarium for my ball python. We had it in a regular 20-gallon tank, but we found this at a garage sale. It was a Zippo lighter display, and it had a base, because I was debating building one out of plexiglass, but plexiglass is very expensive, and I found this for $10. So, and it lights up underneath. If you take this lid off, it had a light. So, thus far what I did was I went to Walmart and I got a lamp kit, and I drilled a hole down the center, and I put a lamp kit in here, and then I just ran the lamp to the existing wire. They had those little connectors in there, and I just pushed it through, and then I tested it, and now it comes on. There was a motor down on the bottom that spun the display around, so I took the motor out and the plate, and I siliconed a plexiglass plate to cover up the hole down there. And also, unfortunately, but no big deal, the lock that came with it, no key for it, but I went to Lowe's and got the whole little assembly for like $5. So that's the basic deal here. Next we're going to do is we're going to build up the plate here, because I got an under tank heater, but since there's no way to get from underneath here, I am going to lay it inside here and then put another piece of plexi over top of it so there's no direct contact. I now am securing this light with a pretty much a chicken wire cage that I made to protect if the snake climbs up that high, he doesn't get burnt on the lamp. So I pretty much just used this roll of wire, and I made it 5 inches by 5 inches, and I just made a little box out of it, and I flanged the top, and then I cut a 5 by 5 square on the bottom, and then I just tied it together with wire. And now we're using a hot glue gun to attach the bottom, the little tab that I made with hot glue to secure it. That should hold it fine. If it doesn't, then I'll have to put screws and washers into it, but put enough on it, it should be okay. Now on the bottom, what we did is we took that plexiglass, we took a piece of plexiglass and cut it to fit in here, and we put an under pad heater you get from the pet store, and it needs some space underneath so it can breathe. It tells you that in the directions. So we just took a hot glue gun and we stacked like 8 pennies. We glued 8 pennies together on the corners and then in the center, so that there was some gap in between here, but you shouldn't see it, and when the substrate gets in there, it'll cover that up so it's not so ugly. Here it is in its little home. We still have to get some like contact paper and cover the Zippo up, but there's the little habitat we made. We got a little log and some fake flowers, a little coconut cave and his water dish, and the aspen bedding. So now we're just pretty much letting it warm up in there so that we can put him in there and without any too much shock to him.
Gently.
Gently put them in.
Don't drop him. Gently.
I think he's got it.